for it. Okay, this is the last section of our special effects unit. And as you can tell from the title today, we are doing explosions. So this is going to basically use all the little tricks that we've been working on the last few classes, where we do the cut to make something kind of just magically disappear or teleport. We're going to be using green screen and even maybe a little bit of split screen, depending on how things go. So all those things are definitely playing or in play for this thing. So a little bit different this time around. Rather than give you exactly what you need for this, we're gonna play it a bit different this time. There's just a link to a folder, and that is full of explosions. And you can look at all of them. And there's also explosion sound effects, so you can listen to all of them if you have headphones. Yeah, take a look at them. You can just double click any one of them and take a look at it. And there it is. You can see what it looks like. And the idea behind all these different little pieces is that we can actually lay these on top of existing video, or really whatever we want. So we're going to play with these in a second. Actually, let's play with them right now. So over in Premiere, we're going to get there. And over in Premiere, we're going to be playing a little bit with something looks a bit like this. The idea is we're going to create something, you know, kind of silly, whatever, something maybe looks like this. Or we could do something a little more subtle. It looks like something like this. So something really simple. But what we're going to do just for our practice phase of this class today is we are going to just grab an image. So I'm going to just quickly go over to my good friend Unsplash and grab my favorite thing, kittens. And I'm going to look for one that's oriented this way as opposed to one that's oriented this way. This is portrait and this is called landscape. So we're going to do landscape. So I'm going to download this adorable picture of a kitten, and I'm just going to go like this and drag it on. I can actually drag it straight on my timeline. Awesome. Okay, now the Unsplash photo is way bigger than my frame, which is why we get this super creepy looking cat thing here. So we're going to be going over to effect controls, and every single piece of footage automatically has these things applied: motion, opacity, time remapping. So we care about motion right now. We're going to scale it down. It's too big, so I'm going to click and drag that until it basically fills the frame, but no more than that. Pretty good. Now, let's get some explosions in there. I'm going to take a look here, and we've got this one here. So I'm going to click this one, drag it on there, drop it on. There's no audio in this. I don't really care about audio right now. Now, obviously, this is a problem. There's a bunch of black in here. How do I get rid of black? We've learned about green screen, and we're going to use a similar process, but in this case, it's going to remove all the black from our image. So again, we want to go over to my effects tab, and again, I'm kind of lazy. I don't like going through the folders when I know what I'm looking for. I just type it in. I'm looking for something called a Luma key. So I'm going to take this Luma key, drop it onto my image, and instantly I get results. Yay, but not great results. I mean, I can see the fire there, but it's kind of see-through, and it's kind of watery looking. It doesn't look great. So I am just going to go over to my effect controls. Whenever I want to adjust how an effect works, that's where I go. And I'm going to go to, there, Luma key right there. And I'm going to adjust my threshold. And you can see as I start moving that down, I start getting a much stronger looking kind of fire effect. Now, if I go too far, the black kind of pops back in, or I wind up with these little black spots all around the edges. So I'm just going to turn it to a point where I kind of get a nice balance. And now I've got this fun little explosion fire thing. An idea strikes me in the moment here. I'm just going to go like this and this. I like that. And I'm just going to copy paste this, oops, move over here so I don't delete anything else. And I'm going to put that on top of that. I'm just stacking video on top of video. You don't have to do this. I am just playing now. But I'm just going to go like this. There we go. Let's see how that looks now. Yes, excellent. Okay, so that's one way we can actually put explosions onto our footage. So I used a Luma key for this one because it had a black background. But some of these pieces of footage actually have a green background. Now this one should be, well, you should know how to do this already, right? Get a nice green background. So how do I get rid of a green background? In my effects, I'm going to look up Ultra key, drag drop. And again, nothing happens here because I haven't told Ultra key what color I want to get rid of. But there it is in my effect controls, key color. Use my eyedropper. And I should get pretty good results right off the bat because that's a nice, consistent green color. So let's take a look at that. All right, nice. And it looks a little weird right in front of my cat. So I'm just going to use my position. Maybe drop it down a little bit. And I can scale it too if I want, whatever. Anyway, there I go. So now I've got my fire-eyed cat and an explosion. And of course, you can do all sorts of fun stuff with that. In the earlier demo that I showed you with this one here, I actually had to use a plate shot. So at this point, I actually replace Kevin with the same shot, but it's an empty frame, which is why it looks like he's disappeared. So anyway, lots of fun things you can do with this. We're basically taking all the things we've learned so far and just kind of smooshing them together to create something new. So for today, you're going to just show me that you can put an explosion on top of an image. You can grab any image you want. I don't care what it is, doesn't matter. And then once you've shown me you can do that, we're going to go and do some shooting.